What's going on, everyone? It's Semp. Welcome back to the channel. I'm back on the grind, so let's get back into it. And I'll be on my regular schedule moving forward, Monday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, of course. So follow me on Twitter at AnotherMarvelG for all updates. Had a really big tweet last week when the news came out about Captain Marvel 2 and Secret Invasion, so I was pretty hype. Definitely go follow me on there if you haven't yet. And go check out the podcast as well. Episode 3 will be out shortly. Links are, of course, in the description for everything that you need to find. For this video, here's my Avengers 5 full roster lineup for the movie that's likely coming out in 2024. But since nothing is certain right now, let's just have fun and break down who we can see on the Avengers 5 roster. I'm very grateful also for hitting 100 subscribers, so if you haven't yet, go hit that sub button, come join the family, and other than that, let's get into the video. Let's go. So the likely thing that we're going to see is multiple teams, and I think the Avengers lineup is going to be interchangeable in a way. Now, like I've said before, you'll have your core 6 to 8 people, and then the rest will be fill-ins depending on the story and plots that overlap. So someone like Doctor Strange sort of fits this mold. If you think about it, Doctor Strange has many ties to the Avengers except for Tony, and yes, he's going to be a huge part moving forward, and Wanda joining DS2 as well, and many others are appearing in Multiverse of Madness. He may be a leader of the Avengers, but in my opinion, he's just going to be a fill-in. Strange has a huge ego, and he has to guard the Sanctum. He's mentioned it many times. I think he's going to be there if they need him, but overall, he's going to be worrying about himself, the Sanctum, the multiverse, and of course, if the Illuminati does enter the MCU, that will be his sub-team to lead. Like we saw in Endgame when everybody assembled at the end of the portal scene, everyone is essentially an Avenger, but they aren't part of the core team like the OG6 were in the Infinity Saga. So this is who I believe will be the main people of the new Avengers roster. So to kick it off, let's start here with the new core 3. And like I've alluded to, whether this was intended or not, the passing of the gauntlet in Endgame highlighted these 3 characters, and it was a symbol of passing the torch and becoming the leader in the biggest of moments. Hawkeye, an original member of the Avengers, hands the gauntlet to Black Panther, symbolizing that it's time for the new team to step up. So you have Black Panther, and then before you know it, Spider-Man is holding it, and then Captain Marvel holds it right before Tony snaps. Now, this could mean nothing, but I believe it kind of shows and highlights the 3 key members who will take the lead moving forward. Now, the first member of the new Avengers roster is going to be Captain Marvel. It's quite obvious how important her character is going to become, and with the most recent news of Secret Invasion and her second movie coming, expect her to be a big lead moving forward. Not to mention the fact that Kevin Feige has also stated multiple times how important she will be moving forward. If you want to check out more about this, click my video in the top right here where I break down her future in the MCU. And onto the second member here of the new Avengers squad, it will be Spider-Man. Now, as long as he remains in the MCU, which it looks like he is, he will no doubt be a core member of the Avengers moving forward. Let's be real, it is Spider-Man. Marvel's Golden Boy character, the same character that Tony Stark mentored because he believed in him to lead the future. He will be a main member, there's no questions about it. The third, of course, will be Black Panther, the Wakandan king and most certainly a favorite among fans. Expect him to be way bigger than even in the first Black Panther movie, and of course moving forward. Number 4, I have Scarlet Witch here. It's no doubt her role in the MCU is about to explode. WandaVision is coming out relatively soon, we hope, and of course she has a lead role in Doctor Strange 2. Now, we saw it in Endgame, her power levels and confidence have been boosted. It's only a matter of time before we see her true abilities. On to number 5 and 6, I'm definitely going to go with Sam and Bucky here. The new Captain America, and of course, the longtime sidekick Bucky Barnes. It's safe to say that after their show, they're going to become a core member of the Avengers roster, trying to protect Cap's legacy, and of course, their Avenger friends who they've become close with, or at least acquainted with over the past few movies. Number 7 and 8, it's Ant-Man and the Wasp. Now, this is a difficult one because ultimately they will be in the Avengers lineup, but they may be mentors of the young Avengers, so it's hard to tell if they're going to be a part of the true core team. I already mentioned the above 6, so it depends on how big the new team is going to be. In the comics, they were a part of the original formed team, and the Wasp was actually supposed to be in the 6th member in place of Black Widow when they were in early development of the first Avengers movie, So nonetheless, I expect them to be key parts of the team. The two of them were shown in the final endgame battle, and it was an important scene trying to open up the quantum tunnel. If you haven't noticed, everyone I've mentioned had a significant part in the final battle. Sam saying on your left, you had Wanda's own fight with Thanos. Now, Bucky was really the only one who didn't have a true big scene, but they did point it out to show him shooting his gun, so I guess we'll just go along with it. Now, onto some more questionable members or former members from the original team, the Black Knight and Cersei duo. So, we will meet them in the Eternals movie, and they do become members of the Avengers in the comics. And when Kit Harington was announced that he was signing on with Marvel, Kevin Feige said he was very excited and it was a role that could turn into something more, so I would expect to see them in the future. Also because Cersei and him are supposed to be the main characters of the Eternals movie along with Icarus, so it's safe to say we're probably going to be seeing them in the future. Now, Hulk is another question mark here because we know he's returning, but we don't know the capacity he will be used in. Taika teased he will return for Thor 4, so it's a possibility that him, Thor, and Jane will have their own mini team and maybe work with the Guardians and be out in space. Or will they join the Avengers again? And then Jane takes Thor's place on the team. That's a possibility as well. So there's really just a lot of questions for Thor moving forward, for how long he will remain in the MCU. So I'm excited to learn more and what the plot of Love and Thunder will be about. I'll definitely be covering about that on my channel. Hawkeye is probably another, and he might be the most random in the equation, but it's going to be simple for him. If he's in the MCU, he will be a part of the main team, but like we see in the Disney Plus show, Kate Bishop will be taking the mantle, so Clint Barton might not be around for too much longer. And of course, Kate does become a member of the Young Avengers team and not the main team, so we'll see what happens with that. Shang Chi is a wild card also. I'm extremely hyped for this movie regarding of the couple leaks that we've heard. Shang Chi does join the Avengers team at one point in the comics as well. He was recruited by Captain America, so I would like to see him on the team, but I guess we will see where this story takes him. And also, let me know if you want to see a Shang Chi video in the comments below. I'm thinking of making one, but I want to know if people would actually be interested in it. Pretty much just talk about his origins, powers, and what we can expect from the movie as well. Obviously, there will be more characters to discuss, like Yelena Belova, and whether she joins the Thunderbolts or not, and of course more side characters that are going to be introduced in the new Phase 4 shows and movies. So when we get more news, I'll be sure to cover it and update who may or may not be on the roster, but as of right now, I do see those main 8 to 10 that I mentioned above. We will be seeing more people like She-Hulk join the team in the future as well, and we just got news that they're setting up a Secret Warriors project. Now this is just in development, so be on the lookout for that. Of course, the Fantastic Four are coming soon, and the Young Avengers project was just leaked. We're also going to see the Guardians and Thor out there in the galaxy. The Thunderbolts are making their MCU debut very soon, and of course we will be soon seeing X-Men slowly start to enter the MCU soon as well. So there's a lot of new teams coming to the MCU, a lot of new characters, and that's kind of actually why my team is pretty small here for the Avengers 5 roster. We still don't know who exactly the Avengers 5 villain is going to be as well. Some say it might be Kang, others say it's going to be the Dark Avengers. So I have a video I'm currently working on involving Ant-Man 3 and how that might set up a lot for the future. And then there's going to be a list of villains that I'm going to include also in the coming phases. And like I mentioned before, let me know if you want to see that Shang-Chi video. Drop who you also want to see on the new Avengers team. I'm still running that giveaway, guys, so every time you comment, it counts towards the giveaway. All you gotta do is leave a comment and be subscribed. For more details, check the description, or in the top right, you can watch the video on the giveaway. But that's all for this video here. Let me know if you liked this video, of course, and if you did, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. To stay up to date with me on all the announcements, such as new podcast episodes, and of course, new videos here on the channel, go click that notification bell so you don't miss new videos. And go follow me on Twitter at AnotherMarvelG to stay up to date. The links to everything are in the description down below as well. Other than that, I just want to say thank you. I'm Another Marvel Guy. All of you stay safe out there, and I'll catch you on a blip.